We are going live. Yay.
Yay.
Hey, everybody. Tarot Today, our Monday show where we're just on YouTube. And I see Zero in the comments there. Okay, who else
Hey,
is in
Zero.
chat? Say hi, everybody. Hopefully,
Hi,
there's going to be
everybody.
more than just Zero. Because,
Hmm.
well,
Isn't that funny? More
Zero's
than
one more
zero.
than Zero. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh, Tarot Channels is there. Hi, Vita.
Hi,
Hello, Vita.
Vita.
Yay. They're starting to come in now that we've launched.
Yay.
You know, people have to get it on their phone or their device. It pops up.
Hmm.
Tarot Today has gone live. Tarot Today Live is live. Actually, I think it says, which is a little crazy. Hey, how's
Yeah.
everybody doing? Monday, another beginning of another week. Can you believe it's the 23rd of January? And it's funny. I find myself saying this all year long now, Mary. January, April, it'll be August, September. I'll be going, can you believe it's September 2nd already? I just keep saying that because it is beyond belief how fast time goes when you get this old. I'm just saying.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it kind of, I think time feels like it's moving at a pace, sort of commiserate with our inner life,
Could be.
sometimes we can feel like everything's happening really fast, or we can feel
Mm.
like, it's still Monday.
Shivani's in there. I got on my sacred
Hi.
geometry shirt. Yay. I haven't worn
Oh, I
this in a
should have worn
while.
mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one too. I should have worn mine.
Well, you know what I
We
want
need
to
to
get?
color coordinate.
Yeah, we could coordinate. You know what? We need Tarot Today shirts is
Matching
what we really need.
outfits.
We need Tarot Today shirts. But no,
Make
what I
some.
want to do is get like the Flower of Life or Metatron's Cube, because when I wear this one, everybody asks me, are you Jewish? And I'm like, this is not the Star of David. This is a three-dimensional. Anyway, never mind.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Mine has the flower of life on it. I
Oh,
got it on
awesome.
Amazon. Yeah.
Mm. Oh, and Vita says it's 123.23.
Ooh.
123.20.
123.
I'm the numerologist and I never even thought of that.
So it's 11. Is it
Well,
11?
actually, you have to do the whole date. So it's the 7 year and it's the fifth day and the 1 month. So 1 and 5 is 6, 6 and 7 is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4.
So
So
it's
it's actually
4.
a 4 day. It's a structure day, but look at what the day is, Mary, the 23rd. It's your favorite. It's the 5 energy.
No.
It's
I can't
another one of those.
I can't take any more 5s.
Yes, well, it's a Monday. We should have chaos anyway, right? I mean,
Right.
yeah. So, hey, what does that mean? Okay, so 5 energy, it's change. I mean, think of the 5 cards in tarot. You can get a lot done today. It can also get very chaotic and spiral down really quickly and bad. So keep an eye out for that. Just set the intention. I'm going to use the high energy today. I'm going to get a lot of work done. I'm going to, go garden, or maybe you're at work, or, whatever it is you're doing. You can get a lot done. Just think of it that way. Don't freak out about the chaos number. It is the chaos number though, but it's also 4 is the date. So, structure and foundations. This is a good day to work on that. Got interesting stuff with the cards too, because I got the Queen of Cups. But when I was shuffling and I was pulling this card, the King of Cups also dropped out. I mean, he wanted to be included too. Hi, I can't see you guys. Oh, hello. The Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, very beautiful in the Ciro Marchetti Grand Lux deck version. God, doesn't, especially the King, doesn't it look like an actual person? I mean, that doesn't look like Ciro though, unless he has, chubbier cheeks
No.
here. I don't know who
There's
that would
some
be.
well-known people in his decks. Well-known tarot people that
Yeah.
kind of show up in his cards. I
The
love that.
queen is very pretty. The queen is very pretty. So these cards showing up together, it's the perfect balance between the masculine and the feminine, right? And the king is talking about that, um how should I put it? So the king is talking about that emotional stability, and the queen is being in touch with your intuition and listening to your gut instincts, and it's that nurturing energy. And so the two together, it's about, I think today is about finding the balance between the masculine and the feminine, and in relationships, looking at how you're dealing with people, with communication, and then in like career or projects or your business or so forth, how to have that balance, and making sure that you're emotionally satisfied in the relationships, that everybody's emotionally satisfied, and keeping a cool head, especially the king of cups. He has the control over his emotions and all. In the traditional Waite Smith version, he's sitting on a stone throne, and all the waves and the water is going around him and everything, but he's just firm right there. So if the 5 energy turns into chaos today, remember this, just let the chaos, and you keep your emotional stability there. But I think the main thing, Mary, because
Yes.
he really wanted to pop out with her, is the balance between the masculine and the feminine. Did you get a card of the day today? What'd you get?
Yes, I did. I drew a card from the Lyran Oracle. Again,
Ooh,
it's the fifth dimensional
I love
uh
that box too. That's
white lion beings from the Lyran star system. Okay, and the card I drew, Dex, I thought this was really kind of interesting. It's gorgeous, by the way. They all have lions on it. If you're into lions like I am, then you got to get this deck, because it's like a deck of lions in the back design. But it's the resources card, which is card number 14 in this deck, which of course is a 5, right? And what I thought was really interesting about this is that it's very much like the 4 of Cups, because it's about resources. And it's saying, like, whatever it is that you want to do or want to accomplish, what you need to take some time, be attentive, look around you, because you probably already have what you need. You're just not looking at it. You might be missing something, or even missing an opportunity, or you may think like, oh, I need all these things before I can accomplish what I want to accomplish. And this card is saying, like, no, you don't. You're just not thinking of what you actually have at your disposal. So it kind of is saying, like, be a little attentive to really what resources that you do have already, rather than thinking you have to wait, or you have to. It's like an anti-procrastination card, right? It's like, stop putting off
oh
what it is you want to do, because you already got what you need. you know
yeah.
just get it together. Take some time, get it together. So yeah, think of what your resources are. Think of what's around you that can actually be put to good use, that maybe you haven't thought about, you forgot you needed, or you weren't even aware of, because you just weren't looking in that direction, kind of like the 4 cups. So there you go. But it's card number
Awesome.
14, which is a 5. Isn't that weird? Creepy.
It's not weird. It's the cards winking at us. So we got Vita in there. We've got Zero, Shivani. Also now we've got
Hi.
Jess is in there. Hi, Jess. Welcome
Hi,
to the
Jess.
channel. There's Grand Madam Tarot is back. Yes, we love when she's
Yay!
here. She says, hello, Mary and Dax. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Oh, and Ellie's here. Hi, Ellie. I almost
Hi,
missed
Ellie.
Ellie. She's all at the bottom of the screen here. Okay.
You can't miss Ellie.
I love when Ellie comes in. It really makes the day. I'm telling you. Oh,
What
my.
show was that had a Miss Ellie in it? Was it Dallas?
You know, it
I
might have
can't
been,
remember.
it was either
I,
Dallas or the Waltons. I can't remember who had
right? I
those.
can't remember either. I don't know, but I just remember the name Miss Ellie.
Hmm.
When you said that, I was like, "Oh, Miss Ellie, what
Miss
show
Ellie,
is
yeah.
that?"
I
Yeah,
mean, if it was Miss Kitty,
I
we would know
digress.
what we were talking about, but you know. Um,
Gunsmoke.
Gunsmoke. Yes. God, we are aging ourselves here. I bet
Mhm.
there's people, if you say Gunsmoke, that you know that are under 40 that just look at you like, what the hell are you talking about?
I don't know because like one of my sons is like in his early 30s,
Mhm.
and my other one is in his late 20s, and you can see that stuff on YouTube, like
True.
old episodes and stuff, and
Well, now
and
there's
because the characters were so like wow.
well,
Really
now
kind
there's
of they don't.
TV channels dedicated to it, just the
Yeah.
old westerns, or just this, or just that,
Yeah.
just
Oh
old,
yeah, you can see it on TV.
just old TV comedies, just this, just it's. They have a channel for each subgenre. It's so cool. We didn't have
I
that in our
love
day.
it.
You had three
I
channels and one
well,
UHF.
you know, I love it because there's so many shows that like I remember like my mom talking about or whatever, but I'd never seen because, it was, off the air by the time I was a kid watching TV.
Mm.
But now
I
you can
watched a lot of
find
stuff
them.
in reruns. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
Star Trek came out in '67, and I was what, 4.
Mm.
I do remember watching the moon landing in '69, but I don't remember, like, my memories of watching Star Trek was in reruns in the very early '70s. You know,
Yeah.
and then the $6 Million Man, the Bionic Woman, um, God,
Da, 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 da.
Macmillan and Wife. I miss Macmillan. Well, Dad was just watching Macmillan and Wife the other day, and I'm like, oh my
What?
God, you can actually
Hmm.
watch that on TV. Yeah, you can, and everything's on YouTube too. What's going
Yeah.
on in the chat here? Let's look. I know I saw
Yeah.
a question from Zero
Hmm.
somewhere in here. And then there's a question from Jess. We'll get to your question, Jess, in just a minute. By the way, if anybody wants us to do like a general mini reading, you want us to pull a card,
Mhm.
just put that in the chat. Say, please pull a card
Yeah.
for me. Or
Mhm.
if they have a specific question, they can put that in, right, Mary?
Yes, they can. Try not to make it a yes no question. I mean, if you have to, I mean, I guess it's okay. It's
Yeah.
just I don't know.
So
Be
the question,
specific. What's going to be in your best interest? What's good for you? What do you need to know
what
about?
do you need to know
Something
about
going
it?
on.
Yeah. Not just, am I going to get the job? Am I going to get married? That doesn't give you any useful information,
No,
Not that I
flip a
won't answer it.
coin. Yeah,
Yeah,
but they could still just flip a coin to get their answer on yes no questions.
that's
Just saying.
true. Just flip a coin. It's as good as what we're going to be able to do. So Zero. I just threw us in under the bus there, Mary.
Throw it
Uh,
into the
so Zero to Success Stories asks, will pay? I'm going to butcher these names. Payel. 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 So is she going to get her desired
Yeah.
government job in 2024? So it is. We're starting off with a yes no question, but I'm going to pull
That's
some cards,
okay.
see what comes up. Let's see. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Um no, I hate when it does this. It's one of those muddled answers where I'm not getting a really strong yes or no on it. What are you getting, Mary, with the pendulum?
I'm getting a yes, you know, but I also feel like it's sort of no, it could take some time,
Mm,
maybe later in the year,
yeah, so
kind
I'm
of a
getting,
slow yes.
yeah, and so I'm getting these court cards, and it's talking about these guys that are probably the decision makers in this, getting the job. The first card was the 4 of coins, and today is a 4 date, 5 day 4 date, and so again, structure, right? Um,
Mhm.
trying to think of what I want to say here. So You get that. And when I first got that, I got a good feeling that she's going to get the job. It's a yes card. Then I got court cards. Oh, and then the 5 of Swords comes in.
Ooh.
There's going along with the 5 energy today, the chaos numbers. And, this is, it's swords, thoughts and ideas, maybe overthinking things, some conflict, things along those lines. But we end up with the 9 of Coins, which is really positive. So the self-made woman, I think she's going to get it, but it's not going to be easy. I mean, there's going to be maybe some, I don't know, some little hiccups along the way kind of thing.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
yeah, interesting. I think she's going to be able to do it though. Jessie had wanted a general pull, but she did have something to say, but she doesn't quite know how to make it into a question. So she said, she asked for, just the, pull a card for me, but she says, I feel heavy at heart and cannot focus at work, but I'm not sure what to ask.
Mm. So it's like, just what do you need to know, right?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to pull an oracle card for her.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know what is going on with these white lion fifth dimensional beings from the Lyra star constellation or whatever. But this deck, man, I've just been like, it is giving me like crazy, like really great
You're making me want to get
responses.
that deck.
You got to get it. Everybody needs white line fifth dimensional beings from the star constellation Lyra in their life. Okay.
So you're going to show us the cards as you answer her question and pull the card. Can you kind of give us why is it? What is it about that? What do those cards give you that is so groundbreaking or something?
Well, so what's been happening is that, first of all, the card that I got for her is so beautiful. It's the receive card about abundance flowing, unification, having confidence. So whatever's going on, how is this, affecting your sense of confidence in yourself, and also this idea of receiving, being receptive. You've got this heavy feeling. So it's almost like you're not having that flow, because when you look at those hands, those are like those energy waves, depicted, artistically. But that vibration and that flow of abundance that the card's also talking about, what's cutting off the flow for you, you know? And how is that impacting your self-confidence? I feel like that's what the card is talking about. And the other great thing about this is the book that comes with this. So let me give you an example, because it gives these like great little, I just like the way that it's done, but it's saying like additional meanings of the card are like be present, be observant, and also, I'm sorry, I looked at the wrong one. The receive card is what I got for you. The resources was the card of the day. I had that marked in the book, but let me see. Wait, real quick. Okay, so it says, are you receiving enough at this time in your life, or are you turning down offers because you feel it's inappropriate? So that's another thing to think of. And then what I like about this is the advice that they give in this deck. It's like, be open to the gifts coming your way and receive with joy. Co-creation is the way. So is there something you're working on or that you want to create? Maybe, you need to do that in concert with someone else besides the divine, which is what's indicated with this. And it talks about needing to clear energy blocks and accept offers of help, be open to new opportunities, and a possible moving locations too. So you might think about that. If you've got that heavy feeling, is it just at work that you feel that way? is it time to move on? And what can you do to kind of, you know, get in the flow of things again? So that's what I get. But I love this deck because
Yeah.
I keep getting, like, for myself, because I'm still test driving these decks I got for Christmas, and I don't know, like every time I pull a card for myself, it is like there'll be like even a phrase on the card that is like so specific to what I was asking about.
Oh, Mary, by the way,
Yeah,
Borders
it's
Rule,
uncanny.
Char-
Charlotte,
Charlotte's in there. She says, can you post the name of the deck, please? So I need to type it in here.
Lyran. But
Lyran Oracle, it looks like.
Yes, the Lyran Oracle.
I'm going to find that. I swear I'm going to buy that deck. I'm finding it on Amazon right now.
Everybody should have this deck. It's crazy. And what's so funny is, like, I got it, I looked on there, and I had gotten my youngest son, like 1 year for his birthday, another thing that they put out this board game, right? The same people, the author's name is Flo Karuna, FLO, and they put out another thing. It's the Ascended Masters board game. And it is also bizarre and the coolest thing. And they're the same people that came out with this. And I was like, wow. Now imaginations.
Awesome.
Now age. Instead of new age, now age imaginations. And they're interesting. I don't know. The deck's wild. But yeah, so that's what I have for her. What did you pull a card for her?
We're having too much fun talking about this deck.
I know.
Charlotte says, thanks, Spanx. I put the link, the Amazon link in for the Lyran Oracle. So everybody, and I'm going to keep this page up here so I can buy it too.
I'm telling you, it's amazing.
On the Amazon page, I like the purple, with the Sphinx, that card looks really neat. What you, if it's an energetic thing, I think what you were saying to her to Jess about moving, that really, if she's thinking of moving, that'll really break up the energy and things will shift. I think you're spot on with the, 10 of coins. I feel like she's not getting enough. She's not, this card's not showing up to say you're going to get this right now. It's not showing up to say you're feeling this way right now. It's showing up to say you're not feeling the legacy. You're not feeling fulfilled. The bank is not full. And the suggestion that comes through, the page of coins, you mentioned a new opportunity, Mary, and any shift in energy, whether it's moving across town or moving somewhere else or just shifting your energy, and focusing in on a new opportunity. I think that's what you need to do, because this is how I think how Jess is feeling, is she's feeling more Seven of Swords, like wanting to get those last two swords over there, but not quite sure how to sneak over and get them. I'm saying you don't need to get them. Swords are thoughts and ideas. I think when this card comes up for me, especially the Ciro Marchetti version of it, I always get that feeling of, you already have too many swords. How many swords can you possibly use? You can only wield one at a time. And I think it's a great learning experience. The grass is not always greener on the other side. Focus in on what you're doing now, or especially that new opportunity. So that's what I got for Jess.
Yeah. And I would also say work with your solar plexus, because it's like, I keep thinking about, that confidence thing, and like, how do we deal with that? Because it's like, when we're not confident, or when we feel some doubt, about, can I do this? Or I don't know if this will work out. Should I even try? It can be like really self-defeating when we're looking for, something to lift that feeling, and we're thinking of new opportunities or even like a move.
Yeah.
So I would say, work with some yellow stones. Do I have any handy?
Hmm. By the way, a lot more
There's-
people coming in. Just real quick, Mary, Growing Old with Purpose. That's one of our members,
Rosie.
Rosie. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Grav.
Yes.
I know I'm not pronouncing that right. Yvonne is in there. Catherine's in there now. Beverly C. Sharona's there. Tarot by Sharona. Hi, Sharona. By the way, I did want to
Rosie
mention
Rona.
Sharona had this great show yesterday. It's available in archive on the Tarot Guild website. Just go to thetarotguild.com, and she consults the tarot on 2023 and a lot of numerology. I mean, I was in the chat with Charlotte listening to Sharona yesterday, and I was like, Charlotte, this is right up my alley. And she said, I was just going to say that.
Cool.
We got a question from Beverly. Hi, both. Hope you're both well. Can you please pull a card for me? Okay, so we're just going to pull a card.
Okay, I think it's your turn.
Yeah, so we're going to do. All righty. Well, this is kind of similar. I'm getting that vibe again because all these swords showing up. But before I get there, the first card that came up was this two of coins. It's like a balancing act going on here, Beverly, and remember the cards of the day. I got the queen and the king of swords, the marrying of opposites and the balance between the duality between the masculine and the feminine. And I think this is to do with your finances because it's coins, it doesn't have to be, but, something to do with the material realm. And just, having to balance things and finding the right balance, I think is the main thing. Look how he's staring at this coin right here. It's like he's looking in a mirror. And so you might need to look at yourself with this. Do you have too many thoughts and ideas? Often when the 10 of swords comes up, swords are thoughts and ideas. That's the air element. I mean, that's right where I go. That if you feel trapped at all, you're doing it to yourself. In the traditional versions of this card, there's a whole bunch of swords impaling you in the back. I like this version because it's slightly different energy on this. Yes, it's still transition. 10 of swords is, you're transitioning. One cycle's ending, another cycle's beginning. One door closes, another one opens. In the major arcana, I have a similar vibe from the death card. But I'm always drawn to, when I get cards that are a lot of swords, is those thoughts and ideas. Are you trapping yourself here? And traditionally that's more like, oh, help me out here, Mary. The more like the 9 of swords or the 8 of, I think it's the 8 of swords, where she's trapped in. The 8 of swords has the blindfold on. But I get the same vibe from this card, and he's bound back there, and unlike the traditional versions where he's impaled and pretty much dead as a doornail, he's alive here, it looks like. I don't know. But yeah, very, very provocative drawing too there, Chiro. Thank you very much from us gay guys. But I think that Beverly, again, and I sound like a broken record, but it's folks trap themselves with overthinking things and too many thoughts and ideas. Narrow things down, and especially that balance, especially between the masculine and the feminine, because I had gotten for the cards of the day, that Queen of Cups and King of Cups came up. What about you, Mary? You got something for Beverly?
Yes, and I drew cards from deck I'm working with today, the Inversion Tarot. This came out from US Games a few years ago by, you know, Jody Boginski Barbesi did the Inversion Tarot, this deck, but it's actually inspired by the artwork created in 1960 by Paul Matheson for the Roland Nordic Tarot, which US Games had put out a version of that in the 80s. And Jody Boginski Barbesi saw that, loved that, and said, hey, I want to redraw that. I want to make some changes. It's gorgeous. But it's one of my favorite decks. Nine of Wands is what I got. And it goes along a lot with what Dax was just saying. In this card, of course, this is like more, also inspired by the Marseille tradition. So you have Pip card, right? But look at how these are stacked. You've got this Tower of Wands on top of these like 4 wands, right? You get the 5 up there. So it's like top heavy in a sense of being like having a lot on us. 9 of Wands in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith imagery, he's got a bandage over his eyes, like got a crutch. He's like leaning there like, so are you exhausted? That can be one of the meanings of it. And also the thing where we just feel like, okay, it's not going to get any better. It's like we've gone through a lot and we're expecting the worst. So you kind of want to check in with that, along with what Dax was saying about like too many thoughts, all of that. But the 9 of Wands is saying like it's wearing you out. So if you feel tired or you feel exhausted, it's time to kind of take stock of the situation. Because to me, also the 9 of Wands is kind of a card of preparation. It's saying like, okay, this is the final push. So usually like, if you're working on a project or something, the 9 of Wands is like that final burst you need to get through it, to get to the end, to complete it. And so you might also look at like what it is in your life that it's time to complete. So that's what I got.
That's perfect. And right in there with the numerology for 9 as well. And you see it in the card too. It's like been through the ringer, and especially, Chiro's version where he almost looks like it almost looks like the 10 of Wands where he's overburdened, and this guy is just like slumped down, and it's like he's got to regain the energy to make that last burst through, like you were talking about.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think Catherine was next with a question. Gonna look in the chat. Anybody new came in? Oh, Laura Wright's in here. Hi, Laura. Laura's here. Popped in as well. Wow, we got a lot of people popping in today. I'm loving this.
Awesome.
Catherine, wishing you both a great year. Thanks, Catherine. She says,
thank you.
Will you please give me an idea of what's ahead for me financially for the future?
I think it's your turn. Is it your turn?
I went and then you went. Turn. So it's your turn.
I don't even know. So what's ahead for Catherine for the future for 2023? What was
give me an idea what's ahead for me financially.
What's ahead for you financially? Okay. Well, that is kind of good. Great. Great stuff ahead for you financially. So look, the main theme of it is the Empress card here. And so already, that's a sign of growth. Financial growth. What is it though? How do we get there? The Emperor card comes up, along with the Empress, which I thought was kind of cool. So what's the structure for this, for your finances? What's your plan? Do you even have just like an idea of a plan? Retirement plan or savings plan or investing plan, get it together, get it structured, that kind of thing. And then we get the High Priestess card along with the King of Swords, which, in some ways it kind of seems there's a similarity in these, only I think of the King of Swords as Mr. Know-It-All, right? So you maybe need a Mr. Know-It-All when it comes to finances to kind of help you, that could be like a consulting with somebody, even like some sharp kid at the bank, who knows, but somebody who is got that mind for finances and financial planning and investing, that kind of stuff. And then the High Priestess says, like, don't discount your own intuition, though. Like, if you get a feeling, gut instinct, don't go bet on the ponies, but maybe play the stock market a little bit. Who knows, right? Where we end up is the Nine of Pentacles. Well, that's exactly where I want to be. That idea of reaping the reward. We make the effort. You make get a smart guy to consult with. It doesn't have to be a guy, but somebody that has that, the kind of embodies the energy of the King of Swords. And it's just like, knows their stuff. So that's what I get. What are you getting?
Well, I want to ask, what's going to be emotionally satisfying for you? So the page, I'm feeling like new opportunities in finance, career, business. I know you asked finance, but leading into finance is what you do. And I feel like that's the crux of the matter, that this year, there's an opportunity for new. And then the other card that popped up right after that was the King of Cups, which was one of the cards of the day. Again, that emotional stability. But again, what are you going to be more emotionally fulfilled by? And what can happen this year? The Strength card 8 is abundance in numerology. So yes, this can be a very abundant year for you. It'd be nice to do your where you are in the 9-year cycle, which is your month and your day added to the world year number of 7 and reduced to a single digit. If you can pop that in, I'll look at it later. But yeah, it's like, as long as you can have that internal fortitude, and it may take some, internal strength, internal fortitude to not just want to keep going with the status quo and find that new opportunity and, do something that's not just making the money in your finances, but emotionally satisfying,
Making money can be emotionally satisfying, though. I'll just say that. Right. Like
you had to state the obvious, didn't you?
Right. But I think that's, everybody's got, all of us, me included, we've all got some weird relationship to money, and I think that, what you're saying about the emotional thing of it, like enjoy reaping the reward, enjoy making money. That's my new philosophy. Enjoy it. So do something that you love, to do it, as much as you can.
You can turn your camera back on, Mary. Where are you?
I like being the disembodied voice
in the background. Yeah.
Voice in the background.
Catherine said that's a good start. Last year was a really bad one. Have all of those plans, but they're falling through. And then she also said, trying desperately to keep above water. COVID killed my business. I'm sorry to hear that. But, that's exactly what I was saying. You got the page there, new opportunities. Do new, do new. Restart. Things are coming back now. This is the time to do that. Laura says hi to us. And hi. Sharona's happy Lunar New Year of the rabbit. Yay. That was awful what happened in California, though. Oh my God. It's what are you
talking about?
You didn't hear the news about when did that happen? Sharona, when was it yesterday when the they were doing the Chinese New Year's celebration, and it's a heavily Asian
Yeah.
populated area, and they had the mass shooting.
In where in
It
California?
was oh gosh, I knew you were going to ask that, and I'm like,
I
I,
should just read the news. Yeah, no, I did a media blackout like over the weekend, so I
yeah, I
haven't
forget.
come out of that yet.
Yeah, Saturday evening. Someone in chat will tell us, because I don't have time to look it up right now. Uh,
Sure. That's
Malibu,
awful
not
though.
Malibu. It was in
Don't
California.
tell. Yeah. Well,
Let's
I
just
just
say
asked me.
California.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
anyway, but Happy New Year to everybody. It's the year of
Yeah.
the rabbit. Oh, I wonder what that means. Didn't look that up.
I looked it up last night or yesterday or the day before yesterday. I can't remember. I looked it up when somebody sent me a message saying Happy Lunar New Year, Year of the Rabbit. And then I saw the post and it's good. It's like I saw this one article. It's like, okay, now we can just calm down, you know? So that idea of like, it's so funny because it's like you have to look up what the rabbit means in the context of that culture because rabbit
Mm.
is a symbol through so many different cultures all over the world. Rabbits are everywhere, and they mean different things. For some people, it means fertility. It's interesting, So, like, if you're thinking like rabbit symbolism for the year of the rabbit, make sure that you're looking at what it means to the Chinese culture because that'll give you an idea
Yep.
of like how to approach the year from that point of view.
Awesome.
But it's a good
Oh,
one. It's supposed to be a relaxing year, is what I heard.
Jess had responded, and I missed it till just now. She said, I received the job offer and feels like I am not enough. Or are you meaning
Mm,
it's not enough, or you are not enough? Because off my uh, off my confident and my way of connecting to people.
mm, yeah, yeah. We can feel inadequate to the task sometimes, and we can feel kind of overwhelmed. But if you get the job offered to you, and when you got to take that at face value of saying like, yeah, you're good enough for this, and really, you're enough. You know, you really are, and
Oh, it was
that doesn't
Monterey
mean
Park. Sorry.
oh, doesn't mean everything's going to be a great fit. You know, but
Mm-hmm.
you have to think about like what is really exterior and what is interior. And so you don't want that confidence shaken
Yeah.
on the inside. And that's what I'm saying. Like take any kind of stone. Like this is a Reiki stone. Amethyst is really great too. Put it on your solar plexus
In your belly button?
chakra. Yeah, I'm finding it. I'm like, how I'm not. Do I want to put
Suck
my
it in
belly
there.
button on camera? One too.
You got to get a little piece so it can stick in your belly button if you haven't any.
Yeah. And even this is it's a lovely champagne yellow. It's called Bytonite, Bytownite. It comes from actually Bytown, um, Canada, I believe. And any yellow stone or an amethyst stone or clear quartz stone, that you want to program to like, please help me feel more confident.
Mhm.
But you want to, just place it on your solar plexus chakra, you know,
Yeah.
and that's going to be about 2 inches up from the navel. Okay. And you want to be able to just breathe it in. I am enough. Breathe it out. I am enough. That's all. You don't have to memorize some crazy thing in Sanskrit. You don't have to, you know,
Yeah.
use make your own affirmation, but yeah, you're enough. And it's not about you. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Um, so just, keep that in mind because it's like that we create our own energy blocks that way by kind
Mm,
of doubting ourselves, doubting our abilities, doubting our reason for existence. I mean, I've
yeah.
been there. I've had all those doubts too, you know. But at the same time, you gotta figure out what's gonna like click for you, what's gonna be a good fit.
Okay, so going back to the chat here,
Mm-hmm.
and remember, if you want us to pull a card for you, just say, please pull a card. If you have a specific question, go ahead and put it in. We've got a few questions, also some feedback. So Zero says, thank you so much for your detailed reading. Um,
You're welcome.
Sharona said Saturday night, another awful mass shooting, Monterey Park, so awful. Laura Wright says, rabbit, uh, you're the rabbit, longevity, peace, and prosperity per Google.
Okay.
Thanks for
Oh,
the
good.
Google. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then let me scroll back up here because I got to get these in the order that they came in. Okay, we're gonna do Gurav. I know I can't pronounce this right. I don't know how to say that. And then Yvonne right after that. So hang on for a second, Yvonne. But because she just wants us to quick message, but Gurav has a specific question. Hope you guys are doing well. Just want to know when I'm going to meet my spouse and how she'll be like. Okay, we can do
I think
that.
is it your turn?
It's my turn. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, it is definitely not telling me. In fact, it's not even giving me a timing card, Mary. However, couple of things. I can give you a hint. A couple of things. One is this person is coming up as the King of Wands. So that's that fire energy there is how what this person is going to be like. Okay. So doesn't have to be, but this person could be an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius, but it could just be someone that has that fiery energy as well. And looks wise, I usually don't ever say this because it's an old myth in divination. When we would look at the cards and the court cards and use the coloring, which doesn't even cover the full spectrum of the 9 billion people on the planet, or 8 billion. We're at 8. But they used to say different things about coloring and gender and different things from the actual card, and we've pretty much gotten away from that, especially if you're still using the Waite Smith deck, which is not at all integrated at all. Although you can kind of pick out darker people with the darker, anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. And I normally don't even bring this up, but considering I got the King of Wands and he's got that reddish hair there, reddish blonde, and then boom, when I got the Justice card, and although that's not really her hair, that's the scarf, but all that red, I would not surprise if this person doesn't turn out to be a ginger. It's just that just popped in my head, and so the Justice card is talking about when. Well, it's going to happen when you get your life balanced. Okay. And that's a big part of it, and considering that was the message of the card of the day and the numerology of the day, balancing the masculine and the feminine, balancing the areas of your life, things along those lines, because if we look at the actual question, when am I going to meet my spouse and what will she be like? She's going to be like that. She's going to be, I'm not saying she's going to be like a man. That's not what I mean. Yeah. And that's the other thing was going to mention is like, we stopped using coloring. We also stopped, doing the whole fortune telling thing, basing it on gender, because you got to kind of these days go gender neutral on things because you just don't know, and I also feel that a woman can present as a king of wands, and a guy can present as a queen of cups, so you have to take that into account. So she's going to be like that, probably an Aries or a Sag, one of the fire signs, maybe, but is a very fiery individual. And this is mostly about you, getting your life in order. Okay. Now, this card was the reason I didn't take that as a timing card is I had a timing position and got no time on it. Okay. And because this was one of the first card, this was the first card, which would not be timing. But if I'm going to stretch, and say, because that's a 9, when, could be the 9th month of the year, 9 months from now, 9 weeks from now, something like that. I don't get the feeling it's going to be like 9 days from now you're going to meet this person. And the big reason is I feel a lot of what I was getting was how to working on yourself, balancing your life first and opening up and allowing. What did you get, Mary?
Well, I approached the timing thing a little bit different. I've been kind of playing with this other
Cool.
deck, that Power of the Elements.
Yet another one. The Elements.
Yeah.
Yay.
By Cassie White, Power of the Elements. And, on the question of what is she going to be like, right? I got this card about embracing life and being like true and authentic. So I think that, and revitalizing. So think of that, meeting somebody that's going to come into your life, that's going to be really who they are, and connect with you in a true, authentic way. There's no game playing. There's no, facade, no fakeness, that kind of thing. Like somebody that's like really there, and how that has that impact of revitalizing you. Like you feel like, okay, let's do this kind of thing. And then I pulled another card for the timing card, just to see what would happen, because these are elementally based, all the cards in the deck. And so just going off of that, I got a water card, all is well, let your emotions flow through you. Water to me is connected to the summer months. So that to me would give you a sense of timing, is that we're talking about summertime. I know some people connect it with fire. I connect fire with spring, whatever. Mm-hmm. Think of going to the beach and going jet skiing and surfing in the summertime.
I'm all distracted. I'm on Amazon trying to find these decks. Oh, by the way, the element one is really hard to find. Like when I searched for it, all I got was the Elemental Power Tarot. Is that it?
No, this is an Oracle deck by Cassie White, Cassi, the Power of the Elements.
That's what I put in too. Let me put Oracle in. Oracle deck.
Power of the Elements Oracle cards. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
It's not coming up. I'm trying to find this thing, but anyway, well, I'll look for that later on.
It's also available on the author's website, because she independently published it, lovelyforplanet.com. So
that's where we need to go. Okay. That makes sense.
Lovely for Planet.
And then Yvonne wanted us to pull a card, and you're up first on this one. So Yvonne just wants
pull a card.
She just wants a message.
Ooh.
What are you getting?
I am calling upon the White Lion, fifth dimensional beings from the Lyra.
The Lyrans.
The Lyrans.
Woo.
What do the Lyrans want Yvonne to know? And the merge in the depths, rest the treasures. Time to go deep. Time to dig deep, delve deep. And also, think about that sense of merging. What parts of your life can you bring together? Like so often. And Like, look, I'm an expert at carmen, you know what I mean?
Compartmentalizing.
Thank you. I'm an expert at this thing that I can't pronounce. But, so many people are doing that right now. And it's like they're saying, like, oh, I feel like I'm being pulled in all these different directions. And, I got to go over here and do this, got to go over there. However it works, they've got these separate boxes in their life going on. They've compartmentalized to the point where now they feel like they're being pulled apart. So it may be time to bring it in, go deep, bring it back together in order to go forward. So think about
Wow.
that. And also what is it that's like starting to appear in your life that you may be feeling or called to or feeling signs of, and allow
Mm.
that energy to push through and kind of go with the flow. That's what I
Awesome.
get. What do you get?
Well, we got a few minutes left here. I did pull some cards that came out very interesting. I did want to do shout outs to our new listeners popping in. Archana, which is almost like Arcana. Maybe she even
Mm.
pronounces it Arcana. I don't know. That is really cool because of the major and minor arcana, they call it in the divisions of the tarot deck. I cannot say Shmriti, uh, is
I
back.
think you just did.
Yeah. I'm just going to go Shmri. I can say Shmri without my tongue getting
Sweetie.
twisted up. Yeah. Inspire Joy Tarot. I don't remember
Yay.
seeing Inspire before. Have you been in here before? If you want us
I
to
like the
pull a
name.
card, just pop it in there. Yeah, I think she wants us to pull a card. We're doing Yvonne right now, and I know. Oh, love it. It has a cute. Oh, it just says 01 in the picture, her profile pic, and then or him, and the name just says love, and it says
Aw.
hello. Want to know about my future
Hello.
spouse? Woo, everybody wants to know about their future spouse today. But let me scroll back and take these in order. We only have time to go through maybe like one or two more folks. So we're going to see what we can squeeze in here. I'm just trying to get this set up before I do
Yvonne.
Yvonne's cards that I pulled. Gosh. Oh, there it was. I knew that there was one from Charlotte. She was next in line. Is my week going to be as productive as it needs to be? So, Mary, maybe you can do something on that while I'm doing this. Very
For
interesting
Charlotte.
for Charlotte. Yeah. Very
Mm.
interesting, Yvonne. I got 2 4 cards. And remember, 4 is that date energy today. Foundation. So it's talking about, setting your foundations. In the 4 of cups, typically we're not happy with what's going on right now, the options that we have. There's this other option being offered up here, which we may or may not even see yet. Okay. And because it's cups, we're talking about the emotions here. And then here's the fire energy with the 4 of wands. Okay. And typically this is a card of celebration here. So yeah, it's looking like, you could get there with the celebration. And but because they're both 4 cards, and because of what we know about the 4 of cups, I would say that that's what it's talking about is, the need to establish foundations, structure, because it's emotionally based. It might even be a little bit about borders, what I'm trying to think of the right term, Mary. Uh, when you put up
Boundaries.
boundary,
Healthy
that's what I wanted.
boundaries.
Yeah, boundaries. Yeah, I can only think of borders in my head for some reason. So
Charlotte.
so I think this is talking about setting that up, is your boundaries. Oops, where'd Mary go?
Oh, I'm right here.
Oh, there you are. Okay. So you want to do, what'd you get for
Charlotte.
Charlotte? Yeah.
Will her week be as productive as she needs it to be? I'm not so sure. I've got the 2 of Pentacles, that's the card of
Mm.
fluctuation, multitasking. But look, here's the problem. There's how productive it's the things you need to get done, Charlotte, the things you envision yourself like, this is the week I'm going to do this, this, and this. I think Five of Swords and like 3 different court cards come up here. I think you're going to get sidetracked by people. And the Five of Swords actually, for me, is a card about boundary issues, setting healthy boundaries and not letting somebody kind of push you, into this sort of sense of like, okay, now I'm off balance. Now I'm scattered because I have to worry about the Queen of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Page of Swords. It's like, these are, look, as a group, these are annoying people. Okay. You don't have any of the Pentacles courts in here. You don't have any of the Cups courts, the nice people, the sweet people, the caring people, the fun people, the people you can count on. Instead, you got the nags and the I want this and let me distract you people. So you need to like say no, get your stuff done, or, get your stuff done that you want to get done. Or you could always say like, not today. Later in the week, I can address your problem, or I can get together, or I'll have time for you then. There's nothing wrong with that. So that's what I get for Charlotte. What do you get?
I got the Ace of Swords, and Ace cards are typically a no. It's not going to go the way you necessarily want. So I pulled another card and got the Empress, which is a yes. I just feel that you're going to have to go at it in a new way with a new idea, swords, and the Empress 3 is creativity and communication. It's all about the creativity, being creative and doing it. No, wow, we are like at the end of the show here. Laura in the chat said that I just ordered a tea leaf deck and they're round. Oh, wow.
Yes, I have that deck. It's absolutely wonderful. That's a great deck. Wait till you get it, though. You know what I did with mine was there's these little round cards. I'll have them on Saturday.
Show it on Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah. But they're wonderful. And also, you should join on Facebook. What's her name? The author, Ray Hepburn, I think I'll have all that on Saturday too. I'll have a link for you, or I'll send it to you, Dex, so put it up there. But she's got a great practice group with the tea leaf reading cards on Facebook. And I joined that group, I don't know, a few years ago when I got the cards, and it was really helpful. And they exchange readings, so you get used to, learning the symbolism. But it's a fantastic deck. And I also got a bigger bag to put those cards in, as they're little and they like, I don't know. They're hard to shuffle. So I just put them in a big bag and shake it up and pull them out that way. But congratulations. Yeah. It's a great deck.
Awesome. And I think she was asking about February. This is what I'm going to say. We're at the end of the show. So come back on Saturday and we'll get these questions, because it's still not February. So Laura will answer about February on Saturday's show. Hopefully you can join us live. We'll also be live simulcasting on Blog Talk Radio. A lot of other questions. Boy, everybody, it's about their future spouse. So I guess we're getting close to February, Valentine's. It makes sense. Yeah. I did want to answer. I'm just going to answer Inspire Joy Tarot, because Inspire Joy Tarot is one of our new people. And I'm just going to say that she was asking about, oh gosh, now I lost it. Dang, where to go? Okay, about will K spend more time with me soon? And it's big fat yes. Ace coins. I'm going to say yes on that one. But other than that, we got to get out of here.
Yeah. We got to go.
Thanks everybody for joining us. Oh my God. I think it was the most people we've had in a chat. I mean, it's gotten up to like 14, 15, 16 people. 57 views. So yeah, thanks everybody for being here. We're sorry if we didn't get to you. It's only an hour show and we got a lot more stuff to do here, but hopefully oh, Ellie says I love pulling my tea leaf deck into my tea leaf reading cup and doing
Oh,
virtual tea leaf readings. Okay, cool.
it's so much fun. Oh my God, we got to talk about that,
Okay,
Ellie.
so Ellie
'Cause I
and
love that.
yeah, Ellie and wait, who just got the deck? Laura. Okay, you guys
Yeah.
all got to be here on Saturday because she's gonna Mary's gonna show the deck and we'll have the link for everybody else. And we're gonna talk a lot about tea leaves. I might even look some stuff up on, that,
Yes.
and we'll have fun next our next show, which is Saturday, same bat time, same bat channel. We'll see you on Saturday. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Yay. Thanks for being here.
Yay. See you
Alrighty.
Saturday.
We are out.